this side. So you right click, go to updating, and go to program update, and this will update the program. As you can see, it's downloading the packages, and it's basically just downloading the updates to the program. Even though we download it from the site, there's always going to be updates because they have more updates than they do. They don't post as often as they post the updates. So it looks like close, and then you right click again. This is on the A, not on the I. Right click, go to updating, and then go to IAVS, and that's going to be the actual virus definitions themselves. So that's it doesn't download this quickly. Sometimes the gray screen doesn't come up right away. Sometimes it hesitates for a while, and you're like, well, this doesn't work. But eventually it will work, so just have some patience. If it really doesn't seem like it's working, you can right click and do it again, but most of the time it's working. So click OK. So that means we're up to date, which is great. But before we want to do anything else, we want to go to register the whole thing. So we created that text file that has the code in there. And basically what we do is we copy that, click on it, hold it down, and then drag it over so we highlight it, right click, copy, and then we're going to open up Avast. See the Avast right here? You can double click. That executes the program. That's going to say enter your license key. Right click, paste, and we paste it in there. Click OK. OK, it's been successful. Sometimes when you're doing this, it'll pop up with, OK, found a virus, found a virus, found a virus, and when it's doing the memory scan and found a virus, that means it's kind of serious. Eventually, it might say, it'll keep on saying, eventually it might come up saying, we can't do this anymore because this is actually running. And so we need to reboot and do a boot time scan. You click yes, and then you reboot the computer, and then it'll do a scan. But this computer is clean, so it's not going to say that. So it's going to eventually go in. We're going to go into the program. We're going to change the settings so that it'll automatically update both the program and the virus definitions. And then after that, we'll go and we'll schedule a boot time scan. So, viruses can really slow down your computer, and they can also make things flash. They can make it so you can't click on anything. They can really create havoc with your computer. Okay, and if you don't want this window to pop up anymore, this is just instructions. If you don't want this to pop up anymore, click on Don't Show Again, and then you click on the X. Okay, now we're going to go to the settings. As you can see, the current version of the database, it says 2.16, which is today. And the day of last scan, of course, it's not done yet because it's just brand new. Virus recovery database, automatic updates database only. So we go to settings. We click on this eject button. Kind of looks like this whole thing looks like a radio, car radio. Click on the eject button, and then you click on settings, and then we're going to click on update, and we're going to make sure this is update basic. Make sure it's automatic, and then programs are going to be automatic as well. Click OK. Then we're done with the settings, and then what we want to do is we just click on this, go down to schedule boot time scan. So this will scan the computer for viruses. And once we do this, the computer will reboot, and it'll it'll boot up, and then it won't fully boot up. It'll come to a blue screen, and then it'll just automatically start scanning your computer for viruses. You'll see it'll be blue screen with white text, and it'll just start scanning. And there'll be a possible of two questions that it'll ask you. The first question, only two questions. It might not ask any, and if that's the case, you don't have any viruses. And if it just asks one, that's fine. If it asks both, that's fine too. If it asks both, that means it's more serious, because the second question is saying that this is in the system folder, which isn't a good thing. So, okay, the first question you're going to get is, what do you want to do with this virus? This is after reboot. We have the blue screen. It starts scanning. You might get a question that pops up. What do you want to do with this? And you'll have a bunch of choices, and you'll have a number associated with each choice. The choice you want to choose is number 6. Just hit your 6 key on your keyboard, the number 6 on your keyboard, and it'll be associated with the action move all to chest, which means it's the same thing as like quarantine. It just isolates the file. So you hit 6, which is yes to all. Move all to chest, which means all viruses move to chest. You don't have to keep on clicking for each virus. The second thing it might ask is, it'll say, this is in the system folder, are you sure you want to move the chest? And you click number 2 for yes to all. So the first question, you click your 6 key on your keyboard, and the second question, if there is one, you click on the number 2 for yes to all. Okay? So to schedule a boot time scan, we just click on this eject button, which brings up this whole drop-down menu. Go to schedule boot time scan, click on scan all local disks, click schedule, just leave that alone, click schedule, and then you click yes. Once you click yes, then it's going to do its thing, and it's going to do the scan. And if your computer does have viruses, then you will notice a dramatic increase in performance, speed, the way your browsers handle. So hopefully this will help you. So again, this is how to, I'm going to click no because I don't want to do it because I know it's clean. Okay, and that's it. And that's how to scan your computer for viruses to speed up your computer. And this is using Avast Home Edition. And remember, if you like the video, go ahead and click on subscribe to support the site. And also don't forget to rate the video. Even if it's a 3 or 4, it still helps.